Tonight we're going to start about transform yourself to become you. Transform ourselves to become us. We're going to start talking about a beautiful place where a group of caterpillars living together. This is a beautiful place with flowers, with green trees, different animals. And this group of caterpillars, they live over there. Every single day, they eat, sleep, and walking around. One day, in the beautiful morning, a beautiful creature appeared to them. When they saw this beautiful creature flying over them with beautiful wings, they saw, what is that? It was a butterfly. Every single caterpillar looked to the sky, to this beautiful butterfly, and say, I want to be like you. What can I do to be like you? Everybody was so excited to be like butterfly. And the butterfly said, you need to see the sky. You need to stop to look only the earth and see the sky. They were very excited, and the butterfly was flying over them. When the butterfly left, after 1 week, they forgot about the butterfly. They start to eat, sleep, and walking around. We see a lot of caterpillars outside. Not us. But sometimes we see a lot of caterpillars outside. We cannot see the butterfly inside of us. We only see the physical body, the physical us. We don't see the spiritual us. We don't see this beautiful butterfly inside of us. One day, we will become butterflies. One day, we will be spirits, high spirits, like Jesus Christ. When you say that, he's crazy. How are we going to be like Jesus? We will be like Jesus Christ. The time, only you know the time. But if you want to be a butterfly, if you want to be a high spirit, you need to change. You need to change a lot of stuff. But every single year, we want to change. The first month of the year, we say for ourselves, I need to change something in my life. You know what? I need to change my husband. Because my problem is him. Let's change him. Let's bring him to the center. You know what? I need to change my wife. That's my problem. If I change my wife, all my life is going to change too. So I'm gonna buy a lot of books for her. I'm gonna buy a lot of palestras for her, a lot of speech for her about love, about compassion, about forgive, about transformation. She has to know about that. Because if she change, I will too. You know why? I need to change Donald Trump. Because my problem is Mr. Trump. If Trump change his mind, I will be good in this year. I need to change my boss Because my problem is my boss. If I change my boss, I'm going to put his name in the book of the Spirit to the good spirits help him transform his heart. Because he's so hard. I need to change him. I can be with him like this. I need to change the world. I need to change our friends. I need to change our center, the people from the center. And after all, we discover something very, very, very serious. We need to change, not the people. Because if you don't change yourself, you will see wrong people, wrong things everywhere you go. Because you see outside what your mind tell you to see. If your mind is dirty, you see dirty outside. You look for you outside what you have inside. It's connection. You connect outside what you are inside. That's why we are here today. Because inside of us, asking us, go over there, that are crazy people, they are good, go over there. It's good for you, it's good for you. It's a battle. It's a war every single day in our mind. For the self and the ego. The self say, you have to go to the center, you have to change your life. The ego said, no, you have to stay home. Relax. It's Sunday. Look outside, it's beautiful outside. Let's walk outside to see the people, different people. Let's go to the park. The self said, you need to change. You need to go to the center. You need to read a book. The ego said, no, leave for tomorrow. It's too hard, this is leave for tomorrow. Sometimes we lose reincarnation like this, leaving something for tomorrow. So today we're gonna say, how are we gonna change? So everybody wanna change here, yes? I think so. Me too. If you want to change ourselves, we need to follow this. Thoughts become actions. Actions become habits. Habits become what you are, your character. Everything begins in our thoughts. How powerful is our thoughts? Our thoughts, we send thoughts for the people. People send thoughts. We all the time connect with thoughts. For the spirit world and this world. Every single minute. The thoughts like waves. Like waves. If your thoughts is good, it's high waves. It's gonna find good spirits. Good people. If your thought is low, the wave is gonna find the same kind of spirits who think like you. It's very important to us how we manage our thoughts. Because the thoughts begin everything. Before the action comes the thoughts. You think and you do. So how we manage our thoughts? Because sometimes we do some stuff. We don't have a filter, a thought filter. We think and we do. This is very dangerous. Because after we do, we feel self-guilt. My God, what I did that? Because we did not use the filter before the thought came out of our minds and become action. So the thoughts is very important to us. How the spirits in the other world connect with us with the thoughts, the good and the bads. With thoughts. They come in our thoughts. If the good spirits, if the spirit is good, it's good for us. That's inspiration. You need to change yourself. You need to go to the center. This is good for you. You pray and you receive. You ask and you receive the answer. But when our thoughts is not too good, when our thought, it's like you think about hate people. When you hate somebody, you thought, go and connect with who hate people too. If the other guy, the other side, hates you, you guys are connected in the same wave, in the same connection. So you start to think about him all the time. All the time. Only him. Where is he now? Where is he now? Where is she now? Where is she now? But when the other guy or the other person don't hate you, you hate the other person, only you got the garbage. Sometimes we hate somebody else. She's in the Porto Seguro. She's in Florida, or he's in Florida. And we are sick because we hate somebody. Because the thoughts, the bad thoughts, cause in ourselves bad energy in ourselves. This bad energy goes in our body, our physical body. Our physical body, they absorb all this bad energy. Our cells get sick. Our brain gets sick. That's why you get depressions, cancer, and the other sickness. Everything begins in our thoughts. We need to know to manage our thoughts. We need to ask this. What are we feeding our mind? Why do we ask that? Because the Spirit will tell us the feeling, the will, and the thoughts all come from the mind. The way your mind is, your thoughts gonna be, your feeling is gonna be, and your will is gonna be too. So the way we feed our mind, we express ourselves in the world. How we feed our minds. We see a lot of people, they feed their mind with the bad stuff. Garbage. 24 hours on the Facebook. Trump did this, Trump did that, Trump did this, Trump did that. 24/7, all this information in your mind, you're gonna hate him. You wanna kill him. All this information in your mind. TV, 8, 9 hours, 10 hours on TV, and the good stuff there. They want to sell stuff for us there. So they tell us what is good for us there. What kind of product is good for us. They show the beautiful woman cleaning the house. Very beautiful. And clean the house with the Mr. Forget the name, Mr. Clean. And she's beautiful. She showed the Mr. Clean, and Mr. Clean clean everything. So in the reality, nobody clean a house like her. Why they do that? Because they want to convince ourselves. Mr. Clean is the best way for you. You have a car, 2002 Corolla, in your house, and you see on TV a beautiful Kia, a beautiful BMW. Who's driving that? Beautiful woman. Very handsome guy. Why? Because they want to sell the car for us. So this advertise go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, and we start to see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our minds start to get this. I need to have a BMW because rich people has BMW. I don't care how much. So I don't see how much I made a year, but I have to have this BMW. Who told you to buy the BMW? The TV. When you see the black poison, I can't tell the name, okay? Everybody know what the black poison is, huh? Nobody knows? The Coca-Cola. Don't put this over there. When you see the black poison, 1, 2, 3, beautiful woman drinking, skinny. That Coca-Cola don't have sugar. But our Coca-Cola have a lot of sugar and a lot of poison there. So we watch the TV 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. In the summer, oh my God, very cold. I need to have one. Who told you to drink that? The TV. Contaminate your mind. It's a lot of stuff. You see the movies. I don't know, I forgot how to say in English. Novela, series, eh? Series.
Soap opera.
Soap opera. You see how they manage the marriage. If you don't like her, look for another one. That's why they tell us. You don't have to be with him for whole life. He's get fat, he's angry. Look for another one. That's why they tell us. The movie tell us that. The perfect marriage. There is no perfect marriage. Because everybody has problems. Because everybody's imperfect. Who tell us that? The TV. Poison our minds. If you start to watch too much CNN, MNBC, Fox News, you get scared, afraid to come in New York City. Because all the time is something else different. Because they like to do this with us, to control ourselves, to control our minds. The way to control our minds is with fear. All the time you see. You don't have to watch this. No, you have to watch. Not every day, not 4 hours, not 5 hours. You need to put something good in your mind. What you feed your mind. The way you feed your mind, that's the way you are. There is no magic. There is no magic. You manage your mind. Imagine now you have a company. You have 100 people work for you. You go in this company just 2 times a year. What's going to be with this company? In 2 years, you broke. Because you don't manage your company. What's the matter with you? Imagine your house, your apartment. You take your key from your apartment and live over there outside. And write down, this is my key. I live in a 4th Street. When you get there, your TV is not going to be there. Your food is not going to be there. Because you left your key of your house with somebody. Who got your key from your mind? You? Or you have a lot of friends who has your key? We need to know that. Because our mind is like a house. André Luiz tells us, the mind like a house. And we have the key for this house. Everybody who comes in our house, because we let them come in. If you don't like them, we don't let them in. The mind is the same. It's the same thing. Because if you open our mind for every single thing, for everything, for everybody, we get in trouble. And outside, we have a lot of people can contaminate us. This is not a bad, and now I'm going to stay home, I'm going to just pray. No, I'm not telling that. I'm telling you that watch. Which people we talk. We go around. We hang around. Which people? Because those people can contaminate our minds. Chico Xavier, he asked Emmanuel if he can go to a place where the prostitutes used to sell the body for the men. And Emmanuel told him, you can go, but can you live there? And he said, yes, I can. Of course I can. And Emmanuel said, I ask, not physical body. Your mind can live there. Some place we go, the physical body goes. But we still connect with this place. That's why we need to take care ourselves. We need to know where we go. How can people talk with us? Because their words can contaminate us. You see a lot of people like this. How's your day bad? How's your work bad? Always like this, with this kind of energy. Low energy. Low thoughts. Low waves. This can contaminate us. So how you feed our mind? We're going to feed our mind with... we feed our mind with the good, the clean, the pure, the powerful, and the positive. Very easy, huh? How many books we read a year? How many words, positive words, we read that day? How many speech, how many good speech, good palestras we can find on YouTube that can teach us a lot of stuff, good stuff. How many hours a day we take to prayer, to meditate? We wake up in the morning, we forget we are spirits. We wake up as a body. We need to stop a little bit in the morning. God, thank God. Because I wake up now. I can walk. I have 2 arms. I have a job. I have a family. I have kids. I have a wife. Complicated wife. That's okay. I have a complicated husband. That's okay. We have. Thank God because I got food in my house. Take a time to see what you have. And thank God. Because a lot of people want to be in a new place. A lot of people that I know want to be in our place. But we wake up in the morning, complain. Not us, okay? The people, the other side, my center, where I'm very, very, very low energy people. Don't put this in there. Very low thoughts. Wake up in the morning, complain for every single thing. Because our mind is poison. We complain about the car. Our car is small. We complain about the house is so small. We complain about the work, this job, this is not good, they're going to find another one. We complain about everything. We complain about the traffic, the weather. If winter, we don't like the cold weather, the snow. In the summer, too hot to go outside. In the spring, too much pollen. We complain about everything. We don't stop to meditate in ourselves. The silence we need to feel us, to see us. This is so good. Sometimes I think I'm crazy because I'm in my car driving. I start to cry by myself. So why am I crying? Because I see where I came from and what I am now. I used to ride in a donkey, and now I have a car. I used to have in the morning only coffee. That's coffee. Today we call coffee, everything together with the coffee. But just coffee with sugar. That's it. Now we wake up in the morning, what I have to eat? Pancakes, I don't like this anymore. But bread, I don't like this anymore. Cheese, I don't like this anymore. We complain for everything, about every single thing. We need to reflect in our lives, meditate in our lives, to see how we are managed. This thing we used to call mind. So you need to manage to put good things in our minds, good stuff in our minds. Stop complaining in the morning. See what good you have. Meditate, pray. See yourself. What you need to change. Don't see the people. Let the people. You are the important. Some people ask me, Manny, Why this? He is here in the center for almost 15 years. He still smoke. Let it go. That's him. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Because you here for 15 years, you still see the wrong things in the people. So that's the same thing. Let's see ourselves. What we make wrong. It's a lot of stuff we make wrong, yes. So how, it's not yet. How you feed our mind is very important. Read good books. Pray. Meditate. It's very important to us. Because this kind of thoughts, high thoughts, connect us to the good spirits. And the good spirits amplify our will. I want to do this. Okay, that's okay. I want to do this. I want to do that. When the spirits see we want to change, they amplify in ourselves the will. So it's very important to us how you manage our minds, how you manage our thoughts. It's coming. Okay. The other thing you need to, it's coming. That's okay. Okay. We need to know how to set our minds. Sometimes we don't know how to set our minds. We set our minds sometimes in the future, or you set our minds in the past. And we forgot to live the present. We set our minds in the future. Change our mindset. This is very important. Sometimes, okay, that's okay. Sometimes we set our minds in the future. Worry about too much in the future. One day I will be. One day I would like to do this. Only the future. One day I will be in the nursing home. Not this year, next year. One day I will be in the center, work in the center. Not this year. I'm going to finish my summer class. I'm going to finish this. I'm going to finish that. One day, now I'm going to work. I have to work. But one day, when I come back to Brazil, I will be work in the center over there. You know what? I'm going to build a center there. And I will work there. We set our minds in the future. Or you set our minds in the past. Something we did wrong. Or somebody did with us. We can't forgive this action somebody did to us. So we still there in the past. Hate this people, this person, and living a miserable life in the present. The past poison your present. We need to live now. How to live now? We can't leave everything for tomorrow. We need to start today, little by little. But we need to start. I want to go to the center. How many days have in the center? 3 days a week. So I'm going to start with 1 day. In 2 days. In 3 days, I'm there. But we need to start. We need to live in the present life. We need to, some people, they still, next life, in the other life, I will work in the center. This life, I just come to study. I'm going to prepare myself now. I'm going to read my books. In the next life, I will be a palestrante, speaker. I hear a lot then. Next life, I forgive her. Next life. She's going to come like my sister, my cousin. And we're going to put the person very far from us. Why not today? We need to live in the present. Set our mind here now. In this moment, in this present moment. What should I do to be a better person? What should I do? I need to forgive this person to be good. Yes, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to work with this. It's not going to be 1 day and 2 days. We know that. It's not magic. But we need to start. If you don't start, this is go with us for the other life. Why not today? Why not now? Why not start to come to the center, to work in the center now? Why live for the next reincarnation? Maybe the next reincarnation, you're not going to be a spiritist. Maybe the good spirits send us to Afghanistan. Who knows? The spirits send me a place where nobody knows about Spiritism. I found Spiritism here. We don't know tomorrow. We need to do now. Right now. Make a decision in ourselves. Set a meeting with yourself. And talk with yourself. What can I do to be better? I need to be better. I want to be better. Day by day, the thing is going to change because you want to change yourself. I'm not going to use this. I'm not trust this anymore. So, did you remember what we, the first slide we put over there? Thoughts, actions, habits. What is habits? Look, habits, it's knowledge, what to, why to. It's desire, I want to. It's skills, how to. Form a habit. A habit could be good or could be bad. We have some, we don't know this. This is a bad habit. This is people outside. Nobody knows this. Can you guys read for me? Can you start for me, please?
Have drinking.
Have drinking.
Drug use.
Smoking.
Gluttony. Depending on your computer.
Depending on your computer. This is a bad habit? I didn't know that.
Hard work.
Hard work is a bad habit? Oh, yes. How many people die because they spend a lot of energy working, and working. Some people use the excuse, say, no, all this money is for my kids. All this money for the college for my kids. All this money is for my retirement. We don't know here. This place, we need to save money, a lot of money. To save money, to get money, we need to work too much here. So we retire, 65, 70, we die. Who got the money? The state. And we lost the opportunity to grow because our focus was only material things. Who's now? Shopping is a bad habit? Oh, yes. Sometimes I go to the shop, right? I stop inside. Say, I came here. What are you going to buy here? I don't know what's in there. What are you going to buy here? We see a lot of people like this in the shopping. They go in there because it's a bad habit.
Gambling.
Gambling. This is nobody knows that. Everybody, you see everybody like this, a bad habit. Okay, let's go. Emotional bad habit. The two big ones, hurry and worry. Yes or no? We wake up in the morning, hurry. I need to go to work. I need to go to work. We don't have time to eat. We call now fast food. What's fast food? You eat, but you don't know what you eat. You throw in your mouth. This is called fast food. Fast friends. Fast love. Everything is fast today. Because they hurry. You start to link with somebody else, girlfriend, and after 2 weeks you are married. And I have a friend, I asking her, "What, you married or you boyfriend?" She said, "No, what's your husband, boyfriend?" What's husband, boyfriend? No, we're not married, but we live together. We need to know each other to marry. Oh, that's great. What is this? Fast love. Worry about. We worry about every single thing. Worry about the future, worry about the past, worry about every single thing we worry about. This is a bad habit, too. Let's go. Complaining, I told already. So, how we build habits in our brain. This is a little bit science now. The science show us how we build one habit in our lives. Yes. They said our brain is plastic. Plastic, not plastic the way we are thinking. Plus the idea that your brain can change itself, it's malleable. The brain is malleable and like plastic. Our brain is malleable, changeable. We change our brain, every single thing, with our thoughts. We are action. They said, we spend 21 days to build one habit. 21 days. If you want to have a good habit to read, 21 days, after 21 days, you'll build this habit. And look at what they said. We have a brain. Everybody have a brain here, yes? And our brain has cells. We call neurons. This is neurons. It's here. This like a branch. Look, it's all connection. Brain, cells of the brain, the neurons connect to another ones. You see? All these connections. You see the connections? All these connections here, you see now, connection. It's this pathway. They call the pathway between a cell to another is a habit. Every pathway we connect, when one cell connects to the other, form a habit. Example, this is a wheat field. Last time I said wheat field, my daughter said, man, she said, that is not wheat. Wheat is another stuff. It's okay. Wheat field. Imagine this wheat field. Imagine you are here now. You want to go to the other side. What you do? Normal person, okay? What we do? We have to come. Go. Walk across. We need to break all the wheat field. That's the way the brain works, they said. That's the way the habit works. So, if you want to drive, example, Mel's going to drive next year. If you want to drive, so your brain don't have the connection to drive still. You go the first time to drive. It's walking over there. Second time you go, you come there to here. Form one path. But this path, to be solid, to consolidate, we need to go more time here. More time we go here, this habit build. So, the first time we go here, when you drive, who's driving here? Who's drive? Everybody drive here, oh good. The first time you drive, when you drive, you look to the pedals, not in the front, because you don't have the connection here. After 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, build the connection. You don't see anymore the pedals. So, you still walk in this field. You see, now the field start to open and build a connection. One habit has made. You got it? Good and bad habit. So if you watch TV every single day, bad stuff in TV, you start to build this habit. Example, if you like to watch football, 4 hours football, or 5 hours basketball, you build this habit, and every day when you go home, you sit down, you already have the connection here. Get the control. Put the TV. You put over there. The connection is there. So, how to change our bad habits to good habits? We still have time, yeah? Okay. He said 9 o'clock, that's good. Okay. How to change our bad habits to good habits, to break the bad habits and create good habits. It's a very, very difficult for us. The first thing is self-discipline. Oh my God. This is tough for us, yeah? You sit on the TV, in front of the TV, you forget about you have to read, you have to eat. We need to discipline. Discipline what? Discipline, let me go a little bit, our time. Because you need to have time for everything. Some people say, I don't have time for nothing. I don't have time to go to the center. Why I have? I have 2 kids. I have a wife, beautiful wife, angel wife. And I go to the center 6 times a week. And some people say, I don't have time to go to the center. Why? Because we don't manage our time. Everybody here have 24 hours. a day. Everybody has 7 days a week. One day I was doing a count. How many days we spend in the center in all incarnation? If you put 1 hour, 2 hours a week, 8 hours a month, 96 hours a year, in 96 hours, who's good enough? 96 hours a year. In 10 years, 960 hours. In 10 years, in 20 years, almost 30,000 hours. 3,000 hours. 3,000 hours. If we compare how many hours we have in our incarnation to 3,000 hours is nothing. We spend. How we manage our time. We don't have to stop to watch TV, to do good stuff, to go outside, to go with our friends, go in the park, play soccer, play basketball. We have time for everything, but we need to have time for ourselves. This is the complicate, because we don't have time for ourselves. We have time for our husband, we have time for our kids, we have time for, isso aqui, we have time for our work, but we don't have time for ourselves. I need to make time for myself. What I need. Myself. What I need. I told you. Pray, meditation, studying, be silent. That's a good thing to us, spirits. Knowledge. One day I heard something very good. They said, the smart people, successful people, they learn something new every day. When did you learn something new? Successful people learn something new every day. Next one. What we think we become. This is Buddha. Discipline our thoughts. How you think, that's what you become. We talk about this a lot in the beginning. Self-confidence. To build a good habit. We need to be self-confident. No, look at this. What is self-confidence? Self-confidence is self-discovery, self-love, and self-respect. Equal self-confidence and self-esteem. If you don't have these three, you can have this. If you don't have this, you don't have this. If you don't have this, you're in trouble. So, self-discover. Discover ourselves. See who we are. Not the body. We are spirits. If you know who we are, we're going to manage our brain, our mind in the best way. Because if you think we are the body, we're just going to work, eat, sleep, and walk around like caterpillars. We're not caterpillars. We are spirits. We are in the body. This physical body is going to die. It's going to stay. I will be in the other side. with my thoughts, my feelings, my will, my actions. This is God with me. Wherever I go, this is going to be my passport in the other side. In the other side, they're not going to ask you how much money you have over there. No. How big your house were there. They're going to, how many people you have, you help. You cry together. How many people? We need to discover ourselves, our essence. Because everything we see, we touch, this is all false. Everything is true, is invisible for us. Everything invisible for us, it's good, it's true, it's good for us. Make us a better person. Make us spirits, high spirits. Can you imagine? One day you be our government of the planet. You call, yeah, man, how's your planet? My planet is good here. I got some bad spirits I'm going to send to you. Can you imagine that? One day we will be. But we need to discover ourselves. We need to self-love. Self-love. Love ourselves. Like ourselves the way we are. So many times we don't like ourselves. We don't like our nose, we don't like our mouth, we don't like our eyes. Beautiful people I see, they don't like themselves the way the body is. Just the body. You must love you, spirit, not your body. Your body gonna stay. How many people stay 4-6 hours in the gym? Inside empty. They try to attract people with the body because they cannot attract people with the spirits, with the feeling. So when you see people, you need to see what they have inside, not outside. When you love yourself, everywhere you go, you connect with people, you like people, you want to hug people, you want to bite people. It's good. Kiss people. I go, you walk around, people don't look in your eyes anymore. And I try to find, where is the eyes? Where is the eyes? They don't look to you anymore. Everybody afraid. We need to love ourselves. Discover ourselves. And self-respect. What is self-respect? Know our limit. What is my limit? I stopped drink. I used to drink. But now, if I go in the party, I'm going to drink again. I know my limit. I respect myself. I still do the gaspa, fofoca, gaspa, gossip, fraternal gaspa. I still like to do that. If you still like, don't go around with people who does the same. You gotta respect yourself. You gotta see your limit. This is my limit. I used to smoke. If I go in the party, everybody smoke. When I feel that smell, ooh, I'm gonna smoke again. So I respect myself. I stopped to use drugs. I can't stay with people who use drugs. Because if I stay with them, I'm gonna use the weed. Now I can say weed. I respect myself. When I do something wrong, I forgive myself. I respect because I'm inferior. I respect myself. Don't judge yourself too much. Don't hate yourself. Like yourself the way you are. Respect yourself. After you self-discover, love yourself, respect yourself, you are self-confidence. You know what you want. You see, I see some kids, you ask them, what do you want to be? I want to be a doctor. Self-confidence. You ask another one, I don't know. Not self-confidence. It's something inside. It's the kind of person everybody want to hug, everybody want to take home. Can you go home with me? Stay with my husband there? 1 week? Because you can feel in their eyes. They have something everybody don't want to talk about. Purpose. Purpose. We're going to finish now, okay? Not going to use everything. Purpose. What is our purpose? The self-confidence. Know what is his purpose. What's your purpose? My purpose is be father, be mother, is work in the center, be a speaker, be a friend. What a purpose. Where you come from? Where you come from? We need to know all this to build in ourselves good habits. To know we are here not to play. We are here not on vacation. 8 years of on vacation is too much. We need to work hard. So look at this. Let me come back a little bit. Look, when we see somebody very successful, what we see successful, abundance, famous, money, that's what we see, yeah? But we don't see this. Look, these folks go persistent, fail, massive actions, sacrifice, hard work. We don't see that. When we see Divaldo, everybody want to be like Divaldo, like Chico Xavier. But nobody want to work like them. Nobody want to work like what they do to be like that. So, we want to finish with this beautiful. I'm not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. Young. Carl Gustav Young. I'm not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. Every day, we have a choice. You wake up in the morning, you see yourself and say, I want to be happy. I want to help people. I want to be a good people. But you have a choice too. I want to be dead. I want to be miserable. Self-pity. You have a choice. What you going to be? I think we're going to be happy. I think we are being successful. I think you want to be a better person. I think you want to be us. That's the purpose of every single thing in the universe to become ourselves and connect with God.